Who's there? You've made a Who's there? Hey, you! Stop!
As I got closer, I could sense something terrible within. There must be something. An edge, a clue, something we can use when we get out of here.
We have to get out of here! We have to get the hell out of here!
Come on! Eisenhorn, what are you playing at?
These are Glor's things.
Aegis, main yard in 2.
Got it. Let's move.
Intruder. Hey, you! Stop!
Eisenhorn is here.
Die!
Not a step closer. 1 second fuse. Another step and all this will be gone.
For pity's sake, do as he says. You can't hope to escape, Inquisitor.
Back off. Grab the crate. Midas, set down. Hatch open.
Understood. Be advised, there are 3 Navy interceptors inbound. Arrival in 3.
Stand off, Inquisitor.
Get your men to lower their weapons, even the ones I can't see. Midas, train the wing cannons on myself and the Chastener. If anything happens to us, open fire.
Confirmed.
Shoot us and the crate is vaporized.
Weapons down.
Now call off those interceptors. Order them right back to their carrier. Now!
The interceptors have aborted their run. They're turning back.
What now?
No, indeed. We had the upper hand for a moment. We didn't dare shoot or rush us. Beckrin was blocking Danzo and any other psycho we had. An answer or two.
Eisenhorn.
This material is Archaeo-Xenon from an old Saruthi site. Clearly has value to you, because it must have value to the Saruthi. You're recovering it for them in return for what?
I'm not about to tell you anything. I'm not even going to confirm your suppositions. Therefore, my question remains. What now?
We leave. Unmolested.
So put down the crate and leave.
This crate is the only thing that's stopping you from obliterating us. It comes with us as insurance.
Unacceptable. We would lose it forever. This man is our blood bone. We could never recover the artifact. Even if we agreed to save passage, he would not honor it.
Of course not. Just as you would not honor any deal struck with me, no agreement can be made between us. Which is why this crate comes with me. We have no other surety.
We're not here to offer you surety, Flesh Blister. Only death.
You should keep him out of the negotiations. We are leaving with the crate because he will destroy us otherwise.
No. You are tripping on your own smooth logic, Inquisitor. If we are to lose those artifacts forever, I'd rather it was here, with your deaths as consolation. If you try to leave with the crate, we will fire anyway and damn the consequences. Set them down, and I will give you 10 heartbeats to leave.
I could tell it was no bluff. It would go only so far to protect their trinkets, and they were not fools. They knew I would never return these items. If we tried to board with the crate, they would fire at once. Throw the crate down, I say.
Are you sure?
Do as I say. Midas?
Ready drive. Ready cannon.
Now! Were it not for Betancourt's Glavian pilot skills, and the close proximity of Obol, Damask's smallest moon, we would have been annihilated by the heretic fleet. The ships of Captain Estrom's mobile battle group, which had vanished at the opening of the Helican Schism. We lost the 6 fighters they sent at us in Obol's vast caves. After 40 hours of waiting in the dark and cold with all systems powered down, a tremor in the fabric of the fathomless immaterium told us they had left. A further 26 hours later, Maxilla brought the Essene to save us.
How do you fare, Inquisitor?
Still in one piece, though it was close.
I'm sorry I had to desert you, but you saw the size of that battle group.
I'm hoping you can tell me where it went.
Naturally. The navigators have analyzed the warp wake of the departing fleet and made a number of algorithmic computations. The heretics are moving out of the Helican subsector, out of Imperial space itself, into the forbidden stellar territories of a breed I believe known as the Saruthi.
I had guessed as much. But that in itself is a considerable area, more than a dozen systems. We need specifics.
Our charts have it as KCX-1288. Under optimal conditions, it's 30 weeks away from there. Of course, they will presume us to be following. Even if they think you're dead, they'll know you must have had a starship bring you here. One they couldn't find.
What do you know of the Saruthi and their territory?
Nothing. I've never traveled there.
I thought this a curiously brief answer for a man so usually talkative.
So, apart from our knowledge of where they're going, have we any other advantages?
We have the Pontius.
We are almost done with our preparations to activate the foul mechanism.
Almost?
Yes. Even in its dormant state, the device is releasing energy. I am concerned we may not be able to stabilize the device for activation safely.
I'm worried for the girl, Gregor. She may be a looker, but she's no Vibin.
I have notified the Inquisition of our progress as you requested, Master.
Activate the casket. Gregor, the power source. What have you woken me to?
What is the last thing you remember, Lord?
Promises. Promises. Where is Urizel?
Temper. I am Eisenhorn, Imperial Inquisitor. You are my prisoner, and you only enjoy cognitive function because I allow it. You will answer my questions.
I will not.
Amos, disconnect this menace and prepare it for disintegration.
Wait. Wait!
I know that your life and intellect were preserved in this device, Pontius Group. I know you have waited 2 centuries, trapped in a bodiless state, desperate to be made whole again. That is what your family promised you, wasn't it?
You yourself promised. He said it to be so. The methods were prepared.
To sacrifice the nobility of hubris so that their life energies might be siphoned off into you through this casket. To give you the power to create a body yourself.
He promised.
Uricel and the others abandoned you, Pontius. They abandoned the hubris project at the last minute in favor of something else. They are now all in the custody of the Inquisition.
They would not.
I'm sure they wouldn't. Unless it was something so vital, so unmissable they had no choice. You'd know what that would be. Wouldn't you? What would be more important to them than you? Pontius Group?
They are not cool.
What? Who are not?
Like him. If you had them, they would not be asking these questions. They are free and you are present.
Not at all. You know how it is. So many lies, so many conflicting stories. Your pitiful family trying to sell each other out in exchange for freedom. I came to you for the truth.
No. Credible, but no.
You know what it is, Pontius.
No.
You know what it is. They woke you from time to time to keep you informed. Woke you from the oblivion that surrounds you in that globe. Beneath House Glor, for example, in that chapel they built to contain you. I saw you there. You subdued me with your power.
I would do so again.
You know what it is. They told you.
No.
You're lying.
Not much use then.
We're just beginning.
Perhaps I should try.
How? Exactly.
I've scoured every data slate we have and found almost nothing on the Saruthi. Most perturbatory. It might be worth speaking to Maxilla again, hmm?
Master, the psychic emissions from that thing in the hold are almost too much to bear.
Tobias,
Yes, Gregor.
tell me about the Saruthi. Tell me why you claimed to know nothing of them when I told you we were heading into their territory.
Because such places are forbidden. Because you are an Inquisitor. And it does not do to admit transgressions to one such as you.
You have aided me eagerly and generously up to now, Tobias. I suspected your motives at first, a detail for which I have apologized. I see now you are as keen to serve the Emperor of Mankind as I. It troubles me that you would withhold information now.
It does more than trouble me, Gregor. It has plagued me. A crisis of conscience.
It is time to speak, then. Imperial knowledge of the Saruthi is scant, and as you say, forbidden. I am more than aware that rogue traders know a great deal more about the outside systems and their species than we do. You are no rogue, but you are of the merchant elite. I think it unlikely that you have never come across any information pertaining to this XENOS breed.
As a young man, over 90 years ago, I traveled into Saruthi space. I was a junior crewman aboard a rogue trader called the Promethean. I never left the bowels of the ship, or went to the surface of any worlds. All I knew was the miserable duration of the voyage. As I understand it, it took the senior officers a long time to find the Saruthi at all, and even then they were less than forthcoming. The third officer, a man I knew reasonably well, confided to me that the Saruthi played tricks on trade envoys, hid from them, tormented them.
Tormented how?
Their worlds were eerie, disarming, uncomfortable. Something about the angles, the officer said.
The angles?
As if something ill and twisted had infected their dimensions. We came back empty-handed after a year. Many of the crew quit and left the Promethean on our return. Especially when the captain declared he was going to try again. I quit then too, but only because I couldn't face another year below decks. Perhaps you can see why I was unwilling to tell you these things before. Because there is nothing useful to tell, except to incriminate myself by admitting I'd gone beyond.
In future, do not hold information back from me.
I will not.
Tobias, you say the voyage of the Promethean was long and fruitless, and the crew members were tormented by the beings they eventually encountered. Do you not have misgivings about returning there?
Of course. But I am bound to serve you as an agent of the Emperor, and I will do so without question. Besides, part of me is curious.
Curious?
I want to see the Saruthi with my own eyes.
I tell you much, you tell me little. That was not the deal, Pontius. How can I communicate your will to your allies if I know nothing of the true matter?
You should go before they discover you. Eisenhorn is becoming suspicious.
Tell me, Pontius. We're nearly there. The window for communicating with your allies is closing.
The necrotube. That is what we are after, Elizabeth. The necrotube.
The necrotooth. I had wondered what could be so precious, so important as to galvanize our enemies so, make them risk so much. I had my answer. Legend said the last extant copy of that abominable work had been destroyed millennia before, except that by some means, in antique ages past, a copy had come into the hands of the Saruthi race, and now they were preparing to trade it back to Glor's imperial heretics. The Essene burst back into real space, deep within system KCX-1288 on the 31st week of the voyage. The local star was a vast, swollen fireball, pulsing and retching out its last few million years of life. Alarms and sirens shrilled as the Essene was battered by immeasurable radiation and waves of searing star debris. The whole system was in a state of collapse.
This sea is made of liquid ammonia.
What?
The waves are moving out from shore.
It was chilly. So simple. So wrong. My confidence with it.